to react to some of the top headlines. We have to start off. So, apparently, Manchester City. Apparently, Manchester City and the Premier League both claim win in the AP case, the Associated Party case. Both. This is I can't believe what I'm just reading here. City and the Premier League, they both claimed victory on Monday after an arbitration panel released its judgment on a legal challenge against the rules, the Associated Party Transition rules, which relates to the sponsorship deals between a club and other companies which may be linked, with City and then UAE's Etihad Aviation Group, being linked with shared ownership and all that. The case, it's unrelated to the 115 charges for breaching the Premier League financial rules. Saw City claiming discrimination against golf ownership and that the rules were unlawful. The club said it had succeeded with its claims through the panel only upheld to sue City's complaints in relation to shareholders and how FMF is assessed, and all other challenges failed. City's bid to get the APT and FMF system were rejected completely, and the panel decided that it was crucial for the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. I don't know how you could. I don't. You know what? I'm not even gonna go too far into that. We'll let y'all make your own observations based on what I said. Pochettino, he has confirmed his staff ahead of his first games as managers of the U.S. men's national team, with these friendlies coming up against Panama and Mexico. Jesus Perez, he was appointed first team assistant coach. Vicky D'Agostino, it was also as an assistant coach, and then Tony Jimenez is goalkeeper coach, and Sebastian Pochettino, who's the son of Mauricio Pochettino, he was hired as a sports scientist. We know Pochettino, he's coached Espanyol, Southampton Town, and PSG and Chelsea before the U.S. men's national team hired him last month to manage to cycle through the 2026 World Cup. And Pochettino did say in his introductory news conference that he was going to be bringing his staff along, which is great. They have that cohesion, they have that trust, they have that belief in each other. That's a good move. AC Milan boss Fonseca was really frustrated and furious over the penalty drama regarding Christian Pulisic. So AC Milan coach Paulo Fonseca was really confused over Pulisic not taking the penalties in their 2-1 loss to Fiorentina, despite him being the penalty kick taker for AC Milan. The AC Milan had 2 penalty kicks during the game against Fiorentina, and Fonseca was shocked to see that it was Theo Hernandez and Tammy Abraham who took the penalties, and both penalties ended up being saved by David De Gea. Fonseca said after the game, our designated penalty taker is Pulisic. I don't know why the players changed their minds. I have spoken to them and told them that this can't happen again. Keep in mind, this is a Pulisic that was very informed, and he did get that initial equalizer, which was one heck of a goal. It was a beautiful goal. After they went behind, he got that equalizer, and it was his 6th goal of the season, which he's been absolutely dominating. Christian Pulisic, and he's had an issue midweek as well. He had a flexor problem, and Fonseca said they were able to manage it, and they were able to get Chukwueze in the 81st minute. But yeah, it was really surprising to me why that happened, the Pulisic thing. I don't know. I don't know exactly. There's not much reported. Whether it's Pulisic that was, reluctant to take that penalty, which it'll be hard for me to believe because of the amazing form he's been on, and we know, Pulisic, he banks on penalties, man. He's a really, really good penalty kick taker. There's also been a video that surfaced which shows um, that Tamori got the ball to, ensure that Tammy Abraham was the one to take the penalty. That second penalty against Fiorentina. Uh, I, I don't really, I don't really understand it. I don't think it's from Pulisic. I do have to say, I don't think Pulisic was reluctant to take the penalty. There's no way. There's no way. And you could see him, especially on the second one, him almost trying to plead with Tammy Abraham. It's really ridiculous, and it's just not right. If Pulisic is the dedicated penalty taker, they have to give the ball to Pulisic. It's in my opinion, it's a disgrace. That's the sort of move, especially Tammy Abraham. He's just getting to AC Milan. Where does he think he gets this leverage to do these sort of things? I think this is something that needs to be properly disciplined. I do have to say, that's not that's very, very selfish, and you're putting yourself over the team, and it ended up costing AC. They missed two penalties in the game that they drew 1-1. Crucial. No, they lost. They lost the game 2-1. Actually, Goodmanson, he got the winner in the 73rd minute. Crucial mistake. Okay, now it's a really, in my opinion, a big story, especially with the international break coming up with the Uruguayan national team playing this weekend. This international break. We know Uruguay, they go on to take on Peru and Ecuador this cycle of international this international break. And Federico Valverde, he agreed with what Luis Suarez said about the difficult working conditions and what's been going on. Valverde said, in the end, there are things that are true. You don't have to deny anything in the end. You always have to be honest. But it's also true that the best thing to do about problems is to talk about them among the team. Talk about them with the person who needs to be talked about. It is true that some things happens. Some problems have a reason, and they needed to be resolved, and they need to be resolved behind closed doors. The priority is to be in a harmonious environment for the good of the team. We know what Suarez said about the disconnect between Bielsa and the team, and what's been going on, and then and we know the issues there, and yeah, that's gonna be very, very interesting to see how it goes. 'Cause look, I do have to say, Uruguay is a team that has talent. They have talent. They have the right mentality. They have a winning culture about them, and they have everything that they need to go and make a run in this World Cup. And in my opinion, they have a brilliant manager in Marcelo Bielsa. Just tactically, his style of play, the way he wants to go about it, his approach, his experience in international football. Yes, but if the harmonious nature is not with the team, that's something that could, that can almost, turn it into a disaster. We've seen the French national team do it on a glorious level at a major international tournament. Uruguay, they don't want to find themselves to be in that sort of position. So whatever issues that they find with Marcelo Bielsa, it's something that needs to be nipped in the bud right now. Something both sides need to come together and fix their issues. And because Uruguay, in my opinion, is an international team with some huge potential entering the 2026 World Cup. Thank you guys for tuning into the GSMC Soccer Podcast presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. So thank you once again, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.